There is one final step in completing your sitemap. For this, you will need the fine liner pen, which you'll find in your stationery box, an eraser and a pencil. You'll also need a piece of tracing paper, which you'll find in your document kit, and of course your sitemap. Now you'll notice on the graph paper that there are a lot of lines, the arcs that you've drawn. You may have made a mistake and rubbed something out, and it's a bit messy. The dots on the end may look out of place, and you don't really want those when you have your final sitemap. You just want the features as they are. So we will convert the sitemap onto a clean piece of paper, and we'll use our tracing paper to do that. First of all, take your pencil and you will just trace the outlines of the features that you have measured. You don't need to put the dots in. You don't need to put the numbers in. You just trace the object itself. So our cannon with the decorations and the various features that we saw on the site. Once we've done that for all of the objects, make sure that you keep your piece of tracing paper firm. You may want to tape it onto the corners to make sure that it stays in the same place over your sitemap. And that's important because the position of the various objects on your site need to be correct. They need to be exactly as they are on the graph paper and as they are in real life. So once you've put all of your features in, you can remove the graph paper and your sitemap. You may want to work on a white surface so that you can see what it is that you've done. Remember, if you make a mistake, you can always rub things out. It's only in pencil. Then you'll take your fine liner pen and you will go over the lines once again. Make sure that you capture everything that was on your site and everything that you drew. And as you add more and more features, you'll see that your sitemap grows, and it now is a real representation of what was on the Shipwreck site itself. Remember, you need to put in a scale. You can take a ruler, and depending on the scale that you used, perhaps somewhere at the top or the bottom, you can draw a scale bar which will indicate what distances are on the site. So for us, we used distances of 1 to 1, so 1 centimeter was 1 centimeter. So we can add that in, 1 centimeter, and so on. We also should put the name of the site. Our site was called Challenger, and I'm sure you can do this more neatly than I am, and you will put the date that you did this drawing. So in our case, it is the 3rd of October 2020. I may want to put my name somewhere on this in case anybody has any questions. I can perhaps do that in the top corner here or anywhere else. Be sure that the information that you're putting on there about the site doesn't impact on the site drawing itself.